Hey, yo, Osen,
I
as
thought you were
always.
joking when you counted down.
Yo, your eyes.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome
Spilled my
back to
water
another
just in
episode of
time.
Late Entry, hosted as always by RBF Kyle.
How we doing? I just spilled my water because of that.
It's your boy Double Dose, checking back in with y'all on a Wednesday night, here to talk about everything, anything, and everything. Um, yeah, let's
How
get it
we,
started.
how we living in the
Yeah.
chat? We got anybody live yet, or are we still empty?
Yeah, we got some. I think we got some people coming in. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you to start the episode off, dog. We are getting edged right now. We're getting
What?
edged hard. We are at
Edge Lords?
99 subscribers.
Oh, I know. I just saw that earlier today.
We're at
I
99
know one of
subs.
y'all want to do it, dude. I know one of y'all want to subscribe to us at least.
I'm not going to sit here and put out the thank yous until we hit that nice smooth 100. So we're just gonna sit here. We're getting edged. Y'all getting edged. Everybody on the edge of their seats, waiting for that 100 to come in. So hopefully by this time Wednesday, next week we'll be at 100 or more. But let's not start, sucking each other that fast. And we are not at 100 yet. So let's hop into the playoff predictions brought to you by RBF Kyle.
Hey, what was that? All right, so this live's going really well so far. We'll start us off in the AFC here. I put these in no particular order. So I mean, obviously, because I'm gonna end up probably having, yeah. Anyways, all right. So in no order, I got Broncos, Patriots, Ravens, Jaguars, Chargers, Bills, Texans. So I have the Steelers getting bumped out of the playoff picture right now. They're sitting at fourth. They're 8-6. I just Lamar's back, and the Ravens have been looking really hot since he's been back. So I kind of don't see them losing another game. I didn't even look at and to see who they're playing next. I know they don't play each other again, but I'm banking on a loss from the Steelers this week, which would square them up. So,
I hate to do this to you. I have to call you on two things right here. The
what?
Steelers already played this week. They played the Dolphins and they beat the shit out of them.
That was
No, you're right.
yeah, that
I'm
was
wrong.
Sunday. Yeah,
I'm wrong.
because
Nope.
they're
Yep,
playing the
that's on
Lions
me.
this week, my brother.
Big, stupid Spence over here.
I hate to break it to you, but
Okay.
we came
But
fully prepared today.
I just got it. I'm sometimes you're wrong.
Yeah, it
Um,
happens.
but let me ask you this question though, because that's the other part of this. Does that mean that you see the Ravens losing to the Patriots this week?
No, I don't think I do. I think I got the
Which
Ravens in
means
this game, but it
okay.
still means the Patriots make the playoffs.
Yeah, but just in order for them to overtake the Steelers, you're saying they'd win out. So you think that they're going to beat the Patriots? I
Yeah,
am
like I
not
said,
playing.
I didn't look at it, but then that
Yeah.
was like the worst possible team you could have handed to me right there. But I'm standing on business.
I am not playing Lamar Jackson in fantasy this week.
Damn. Okay. Hey,
No,
all
I
due
gotta sit him
disrespect.
down. I'm debating on if JJ McCarthy is a better option.
Who's Minnesota got this week?
The Giants.
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
just from a fantasy perspective, I don't know that they'll win the game, but he might be a better option.
Hey, Shuba in the chat said yes. Ravens are for sure losing.
All right.
We're gonna check back in and see. Hey, what we need Play Yourself to drop his predictions in here because the last time he was on the episode, that man went 100%.
Yeah, he was.
He got
Perfect.
4-4 right. That was crazy. Okay, so then let me hit my AFC, and then
Then
we'll compare those, and then we'll do NFC. So I have a very similar list than you, a very similar list to you. I have Broncos, Patriots, Jaguars, Steelers, Bills, Texans, Chargers. I don't think that the Colts are going to be able to catch up enough. We'll see. But they have to go through the Texans. I know it's their last game of the season. I know they have a 49ers game, I believe, this week. So I don't know if they're making it out, the Colts. And the Ravens, I don't think so either. I think I said this, I think, on our Sunday episode. I think this is Josh Allen's best chance at getting to the Super Bowl. He's got no Mahomes to go through, no Lamar to go through. He's got second year Drake May and second year Bo Nix. And honestly, the teams that I am the most scared of him having to play against would be the Texans, followed by if Aaron Rodgers has any magic left in his bag. I think that if Rodgers has anything left in his bag at all, if there's anything left, if he can reach down in the very bottom of that bag and into the corner and pull out anything, even a little bit of dust, I think that we might see Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl Part 2. It's not that hard of.
Do you want some have to go with that glaze, brother?
He doesn't have that heart. Look, if he can avoid the Texans, because the Texans might retire Aaron Rodgers, they also might retire Phillip Rivers again. But if there's any way that those, like I said, yeah, I think that it's probably Josh Allen, and then, like I said, it may be Rodgers, maybe Texans.
You think Rodgers is beating the Patriots? You think Rodgers is beating the Broncos defenses?
What I think is that it's a possibility.
All right.
I think it's about. So if there's anything left, we might go out here and see Aaron Rodgers look like Phillip Rivers, where he's running and falling, trying to get back up and falling again. It could be bad. It could be really bad, or it could be really good. That's what I'm saying. Like, he is still Aaron Rodgers, and with a playoff game on the line, I maybe just as from a selfish perspective, I would like to see one more last dance run. You know what I mean? Like, hey, let's go out here and get it. I don't really think he's talking about coming back potentially for next season still too, because I think he got a 2-year deal. I'm just saying that if we could see, it's been the year of old men. Phillip Rivers is out of retirement. Joe Flacco was out here throwing piss missiles on Sunday night football games, putting up 40 points. If it's been the year of old men, what better way for that year to end than Aaron Rodgers going out here and doing it one more time? That's all I'm saying. But realistically, it's probably Josh Allen. Who I don't have any faith in is the Broncos, the Patriots, the Chargers, and the Jags. None of them are going to the Super Bowl.
But you just said how you don't think that the Ravens even have a shot against the Pats this week.
I didn't say that. I said I'm not playing Lamar.
Okay, but
that's a game that's a game I would not want to bet on. But if you gun to my head, Patriots.
Right. But then you say you have no. I mean, all right. I guess you're asking for a Super Bowl run. I get what you're saying.
It's more of an indictment on how bad the Ravens have been. They've been very up and. But when I'm talking about, yes, you go add playoff pressure and the winner go home. I think that weight for the first time ever on Drake May, we have to see what that looks like. I'm not going to say that he's got it until he's got it. I would love to come out here in a few weeks and tell you guys, hey, I was wrong. He went out there and lit it up.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I've seen enough from those two quarterbacks, both Bo Nix and Drake May, to think that, especially with the teams around them, they can run them to a Super Bowl. And I won't say that I haven't seen that from Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers this year either. I think the AFC is wide open for whoever gets in. I really do. The Bills might. I mean, right now they're sitting sixth. I think if the Ravens get in, they got a shot. I think the Jags somehow, as a complete team, they have a shot this year. Broncos, their defense is so good. And Bo Nix is like special in one quarter out of every game that makes him look like the next coming of John Elway. And then he goes back to being Bo Nix. But for one quarter every game, he does enough to get the team to win. Drake May has, for second year quarterback, has looked outstanding. There's no reason that whole team with that good defense can't get him there. The Texans are just lethal on every level. And then, Bills, Chargers, everybody can win. Like even the Steelers with Aaron Rodgers, they're a scary team. The Lions have to play as good, if not better, than they did against the Rams last week in order to win this game, because they're getting close to playing at the top of what the AFC standard is too over there in the black and yellow. So I'm not counting them out. I'm just going off of my belief in Lamar and their momentum right now. And I know the Steelers have a decent amount of momentum too, but I'm hoping that comes to a halt this week and everything starts to crumble.
Can I say, let me hit three things real quick.
Yeah.
First of all, it's more selfish hope that I wish that the Steelers would make a run more
That's
than I
fair.
actually believe it would happen. Like the Dolphins were terrible. They just benched Tua for the rest of the season. That man looked horrific. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't beat the Dolphins because the Dolphins are a good team. Even though the Dolphins did take out the Bills a few weeks back. Which is as of the madness of this whole season. But yes, it's
Yeah.
not like I saw, I'm like, Aaron Rodgers is still, 2015 through 20, 20, whatever his last year in Green Bay. He's not him anymore. But would it make me the happiest man on earth for him to make that run? Yes.
Absolutely.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, biggest, and I don't want to go into NFC yet, but I just want to say for this topic, I don't have them making my list, but for the NFC. But honestly, the two biggest, like, they're going to ruin someone's playoffs teams in each conference are the Panthers and the Texans. If the Panthers get in, for one, and then if the Texans, I think the Texans will make it in, they're going to ruin somebody's playoff experience. Like somebody's getting sent home that's going to be like, wow, I thought we had a chance because they got smacked by one of those two teams.
They're the Commanders of last year for sure. One of those
yes,
teams.
That is a perfect way to put that. They're not going to the Super Bowl, but they are definitely ruining somebody's chances.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Let me give you this real fast before we hit the comments. You said that you've seen enough from the Broncos and from the Patriots. I'm willing to sit here and bet you any amount of money between $20 and $40. And here's what I'm proposing to you. You tell me the amount of money in that range. And I'll tell you, you get two teams. You get Broncos or Patriots. They make the Super Bowl, I pay you. They miss the Super Bowl, you pay me. You get two teams. How confident are you?
Between them two, I get those two.
Yes. It's those two versus the field.
I'm not betting you an even 1-to-1 on that. That's crazy.
You get two teams.
But you get 5.
I'm giving you the top two teams in the AFC. You just said you saw enough. I'm riding with my convictions. I said they're too young.
I just said I saw enough for them to get their team through a Super Bowl, like to help their team get through a Super Bowl. I'm not saying it'll happen. I'm not saying it'll happen. That is the most crazy 1-to-1 bet attempt I've ever heard in my entire life.
What you want? Points? Like what do you mean?
Odds? I want odds for that. You have a freaking 5-2 chance.
Chat, you don't believe in the stakes.
Nah, you're crazy. You're crazy. This is just like his trade request, chat.
Okay. Well, I'll make you a second leg of it then. We'll make two independent bets. Only if you take the first one will I make you the second one.
Oh my God.
I'll put $10 on the Bills making the Super Bowl.
No. Because I think they're going to do that too. So no. Why would I do that?
All right. Well, let's check in with the chat. Let's see what they say.
How about
okay. I'm not giving you I'm not giving you a fucking odds. Like it's like I'm not if you go bet on FanDuel. He was plus 200 odds, so his $20
no. All right.
$40.
If who's your favorite to make the Super Bowl on that side?
I just told you I'd put $10 on Josh Allen.
Okay, so the Bills, right? They're your favorite to make it. So if the Bills, I guess it's kind of the same. Like so, I only basically if one of those two teams don't make it, I only pay you 10. But if the Bills make it, I'll pay you 20.
Pay me 30. That was what I proposed. You're saying a different bet?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I get okay. Yeah.
Well, because if the Bills don't make it, I give you 10. And if one of your teams,
you just said make the playoffs. Now I'm saying Super Bowl.
I'm sorry. If the Bills go to the Super Bowl, you would owe me 10. If that would also kick in that neither of your two teams made it, you'd owe me another 20. The same thing would be vice versa. You got $30 hanging in the balance. If none of those three teams make it, you still owe me 20. and I'd owe you 10. So it'd be 10. I'd be up $10.
So it's 20 to 10 basically.
It's kind of.
You'd pay me 20 if one of those two teams get it.
Plus another 10 for the Bills not making it.
But
if one of your two
okay.
teams goes, you get 30. Okay, hold on. Let me make this real simple, right? If one of your two teams goes, you get 20 plus 10. If the Bills go, I get 30. If neither team goes, I still get 10.
All right, I'm with that.
It's $10 on each team, essentially.
Yep, I'm with that.
All right, chat, you heard it here. Let's go. Let me go ahead and make a little note here to check the footage at 15 minutes for our bet so I can record this. You're going to wind up owing Toph some money, too. I don't know if you know why or not. Do you remember?
Nah.
You and Toph, I have to look. I got to go check the tapes from the preseason. You told Toph that Darren Waller was going for 1,000 yards.
What did we bet, like $10 on it or something?
I have no idea. Toph's not even here to collect, but
yeah,
I bet he'll show up for that.
Yeah,
show up for his money.
It was probably a small bet.
Let's check the chat real quick. Shuba, as long as A-Rod is on that perk, he's going all the way. Perk Rogers.
Perk Rogers is the king.
Play Itself said Steelers are slept on. I don't think that they're slept on, dog. I think that we have all evaluated them about where they're at. A team that is winning a bad division.
Their fans are really hard on them online. Their fans are all like, "This is horrible. This is exactly what we didn't want this season. We're about to be 500 again." Yeah.
They were talking about 2 weeks ago, fire Mike Tomlin. Then they won the game. Now it's all cheers.
Yeah, well, mostly cheers. I still see a couple of hate, but
I think that some teams just don't understand how good they have it.
No, our fan base is one of them.
Look, as much shit as I've talked about Dan Campbell, I have never once said that he should not be our coach.
No, I've
started every rant by saying I want him to be our coach.
I did late at night after a loss say if he goes 7-10, the conversations. I didn't say it should happen, but I said the conversations are definitely going to start. And obviously, we're not going 7-10, but yeah, this is a bad season, and we'll reload. Maybe we'll squeak into the playoffs. We'll see.
It sounds like Shuba said that you shouldn't have made that bet. I said you don't have the courage of your convictions, and Shuba said no, he's being smart. Well, now his money's in the pot, Shuba, so should have helped him out sooner. Watch, I'm gonna have to pay you out 30.
Yeah, right.
Watch one of those two teams. Hey, look, you know the apology tour I'm gonna have to go on if the Patriots go to the Super Bowl, and if they win the Super Bowl, do you know what kind of apology tour I have to go on? We've got now 2 videos out on TikTok of me talking about, hey, it ain't their year. So let's kick it over to the NFC. You want to go first or second?
All right. Yeah, I'll go.
Turn to Russell Wilson. He said, all right.
All right. Broncos country. It's about family. That's a Brian Kelly reference. You hated that one. All right. I was waiting for a little laugh, but
wrong audience. That's a tough joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
all I know about Brian Kelly is
if you would have seen his camera start moving, he would have been rocking in his chair. All right. NFC, I got the freaking Los Angeles Rams. I have the Philadelphia Eagles finding a way to squeak in only because their division sucks, but I'm not confident in that pick. Carolina Panthers going over the Bucks because they're trending downward and Panthers are not. Then I got the Seahawks. Wow. Freaking A. San Fran. And then Packers Lions. It's in no order. 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. Read that to me one more time.
Rams.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Panthers. Seahawks. Niners. Packers. Lions. Not in any order, like I said.
Okay.
Like it was just tough for me to decide. Like I was trying to decide in a random order of which teams I thought was going to make it. I'm debating between, Bears making it and Packers making it and Lions making it. And even if the Niners would squeak in, but I think they probably will.
So I view things a little bit differently from you. I don't have the Panthers making it. It's close. Like I said, if they do get in, they're ruining somebody's day. But I don't have the Panthers making it because the Bucks just got healthy. They just got
Mhm.
Mike Evans back. They got Chris Godwin back. They got McMillan back. In addition to Abuka, they got Bucky Irving back. Like Baker's kept them afloat for the rest of basically the whole season. They just got healthy again. I think that they're going to go out here and make a little run. I think that they're definitely winning their division, even though they just took a L to the Falcons. That was, like I said, half the team's first game back in weeks. I think that they're going to figure it
True.
out. I
True.
have more faith in Baker Mayfield than I have in most of these teams in the NFC. It doesn't necessarily mean he's going further, but I am not doubting that they're making the playoffs.
I love Baker. Yeah, it's hard
Um,
for me to bet against him. That was a hard one to write down.
Now I have Rams, Bears, Eagles, Bucks, Seahawks, Niners, and the Lions missing the playoffs.
Yeah, I had a
Um,
feeling.
Unfortunately. And here's where I'm at with this. Everything, it's crazy what a difference a week makes. Last week, Sunday, we were celebrating. Packers took out the Bears. Lions still had a shot. 1 week later, the Bears are back ahead in the NFC North. I don't think that with the injury to Micah Parsons, I don't think that they're going to give that up. I think that they're probably going to win the NFC North. That being said, I think the Packers are going to slide. I think that they'll slide to a wild card spot, which would then mean that we don't make it in. My faith in the Packers making a deep run is really shaken by the no Micah Parsons. I think that that's going to be a huge issue, but I don't think that that's going to allow the Lions to get into the playoffs. I think they'll win enough to keep their footing in and probably be a first round exit.
So yeah, I hear you. I kind of think that the Bears are riding an insane high right now, and they're hitting the toughest part of their schedule, and they're about to have a rude awakening, and they're going to end up like tied with us in the division. The Packers are going to end up winning the division because I think they're going to do a similar thing that the Lions did through all their injuries last year. I think that group is so tight, and they're going to find a way to squeak this out. And even if they lose one more, I think that they can go in with 5 losses at 11-5-1 and win the division. Um,
So
so
the Bears have to play Green Bay, San Francisco, and Detroit. It's
that's
possible. It's
that's a
so possible.
tough schedule, bro. That is a
It
tough
is.
schedule.
It is. I think it's probably all going to come down to this game. This what is it? Saturday, Sunday, whenever they play.
Sunday
This
versus the
Saturday
Packers.
at 8:20
Oh,
p.m.
it's
Eastern.
Saturday at 8. Okay.
Yep, that's probably going to be for the division, and
Probably. Yeah.
then so that's the remainder of their schedule. The Lions have to go through Pittsburgh, Minnesota, and Chicago. That's Pittsburgh. I think is going to be a coin flip. Minnesota has a team that's already beaten us once, and 9 is playing like a different quarterback than the last time we saw him.
Actually,
Uh,
that was the first time he played like that. It was the only other time he played like that this season. And yeah, we'll see. Yeah, he might be able to recreate that. I have a feeling that like Dan's really good at coming back after, on a loss against his division opponents. So I feel like we win that one. But
yeah, he's really good at not losing after a bye too, but we did that as well.
that's
I'm
true.
just I'm just not confident.
Oh, I
You know
get
what I
it.
mean? I'm not going to put any
I'm
money
not.
on it because I would never bet
I'm not
against.
betting money on it either. I'm just.
You know
This
what I mean?
is. I'm just talking about our. This would be our pathway. That's all.
And then the Packers, they play Chicago, Baltimore, and Minnesota. All 3 of them have a hellacious last 3, but they're a few games ahead of us right now.
Yep.
That's the biggest issue is that we've got ground to cover. And that's the only reason that I don't have us in. Because both of those teams ahead of us can afford to lose 1 to 2. We have to win out. And we have to win against them. You know what I mean? It's like it's just it's a much harder road for us.
Oh, absolutely. That's the way. That's the way
Um,
we want it.
Let me run that by you real quick too. Yeah, so Lions are at 8 wins, Packers are at 9 wins and have the tiebreaker over us. Bears are at 10 wins.
Yep.
So it's a nice, you know what I mean? If the Lions come out here and win out and make the playoffs, I'm gonna come out here and talk about how I want to give Dan Campbell a big old kiss.
Me too.
But
I mean, I arguably already do just because of what he's already done
nah,
for
you
this
trashed
culture.
him on
But
Sunday.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I was pissed. That's hey, I mean, that's my first time ever doing that to him. I didn't like doing it. But I was just trying to give what I actually thought of here. I wasn't trying to bullshit y'all.
No, I appreciate it. The fans appreciate it. Jake said Bucks over Panthers. Lions are out this year for whatever team is next. I don't understand the end of that.
Basically, probably either Packers or Bears. Probably is what he's saying. Whoever the other wild card is it's not going to be the Lions. It's going to be one of those. Is I think what he's saying.
Mm,
Yeah.
gotcha. You have anything else on the NFL?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Let's keep it rolling. You want to? Can you hear Bella drinking water right now?
I heard it. Yeah. It was very faint.
Go
It's
ahead
all
and yell
good.
at her. No, you'll be dehydrated in this house. You want to talk to us about GTA 5?
Yes, I do.
5,
So
correct? Not 6?
yeah,
5?
GTA 5. Yep. Um, basically, um, I think that GTA 5 is the LeBron James of video games. Shout out. Are you wearing his jersey? Shout out. A uh,
Ironic.
he might not be your favorite athlete. GTA might not be your favorite game. You might want to argue many other games or many other athletes have better short stretches of time, but we cannot deny their greatness, and we just cannot stop tuning in to play more and watch more of these two. Um, the longevity of GTA is undeniable. I've been playing it since I was like, I don't know, a sophomore in high school or something like that, freshman in high school, and the game still hits. There's YouTubers like making like all these this like VR content and all these different lobbies, and like you can do so much with this game now, and you can never get bored. You never have to play another game in your life. LeBron James has done that for basketball. Um, so no wonder they keep pushing their son GTA 6 back and pushing him further and further into the shadows when daddy's still out here thriving, even though he's bald and everybody's bitching about why he's still in the league. But man, his games still get the most viewership out of anybody in the league. So you can't deny their greatness. Um, yeah. I feel like I had one more point, but I lost it. Fuck. Um, Oh, LeBron's keeping his son Luka Doncic in limbo as well. So like he's holding back all the other greats just because of his greatness in a way. We could have GTA 7 or 8 by now, but GTA 5 was just too good.
Hmm. This is a very interesting take. Shuba said GTA racing videos still go hard.
Exactly.
I'm trying to debate in my head right now if I agree with you. So I guess I'll just walk you through my thought process on it. It's a very, very solid argument. I don't know if I can think of another game that has been played as long as that has. Um,
And been loved as broadly as it has too.
yes. I will say a lot of the content now, to my understanding, is modded lobbies. Now, if you're doing modded lobbies, that's the equivalent of LeBron doing steroids to still drop 40. It's
Well, okay, yes.
it's not pure anymore.
Yes, but I mean, there's plenty of people that are still playing the game like as it was in. I mean, I guess I get what you're saying. Like different perks and mods have been in there for a long time, and like cheats, like people were getting oodles amount of money to where nothing mattered and you could get whatever car you wanted forever now. But like since PS3 was out, but um, I don't know. The just the generational talent around. I mean, just because it's customs doesn't mean like it's not like its own. Like it doesn't. I mean, I guess I get what you're saying. When it's modded, it does take away from it. But I mean, LeBron James. I mean, that's another part of why people will talk shit on LeBron James' legacy is he kept following the money and the teams after that Cleveland team.
That's
Um,
DLCs. That's DLCs. It's not mods.
That's
Mods are steroids.
that's
Mods
that's
are
crazy. That's crazy.
steroids. Am I wrong?
But I mean, all right, yeah, I get what you're saying, but in a gaming sense, like think of a game that's had a bigger impact over the last 20 years
Wait, hold
consistently.
on. I hold on. Let's hit the chat real quick. Play yourself says that steroids should be legal. And then Shuba agreed with them. Play yourself said, I watched a streamer that owns a GTA server. It is literally 100x what the main game is. What does that mean?
So probably 100 times what the main game is. So like it's like, oh yeah, just a completely different game. It's not even the same game anymore. Probably they're probably backing up your point with that.
That's
So you can
steroids.
be
That's
happy.
steroids to
Yeah.
help longevity because the main game got boring. But I still agree with you that there isn't too much else that's had the staying power for that long. Madden, COD, Marvel Rivals have their time in the sun, but then either another one comes out or something fades away. It's to be one game too. We're not talking about franchises where you could say like every COD versus all the GTAs versus all of Pokemon. You know what I mean? Just I'm thinking of the biggest franchises.
Right,
It
right,
is GTA 5, just GTA 5. The
right.
only thing that I could come up with to counterpoint this would be Fortnite.
I knew it. Yeah, I was
Fortnite's been
thinking that
popping
too.
for what, 8 years?
8 years. So it's like LeBron just won his like first chip with Miami or his second chip with Miami. Or did he? No, he only had one there, didn't he?
Two.
Two. Okay, it was two. So yeah, it's about that timeline. Like LeBron just won his second chip, and the conversations are starting. Like, is Fortnite better than GTA? Is okay. So maybe no, but GTA can't be the Michael because Michael didn't have a long enough like
No,
dominant stretch.
Michael is more of a game like Star Wars Battlefront 2. That game
Yes,
was a
perfect.
beautiful. It was one of the best games I've ever played before. It went so hard, and we're living off nostalgia.
I
Nothing's
still think
ever
about
going to
that
be better
game.
than that game to me at that time I
Yes,
was playing it.
yes,
That's Michael Jordan for sure. Like, you know what I
yes.
mean? That to me is always going to be like up there on the pedestal. And
Hmm.
it does not matter what else comes out. Nothing's ever going to make me feel like I felt when I was playing that as a
When
kid.
you're
Like
sitting there
that's
next to your friend playing Battlefront, dude. Oh my god, yes.
yes, that is Michael Jordan. Fortnite, I think, is, and I don't even play Fortnite. I want to talk about both of these games in just a second about my own personal feelings, but I'm just being objective here. Fortnite had a crazy peak, and then it lasted for forever. It got so many other games to start biting off of it. It's got its
Hmm.
own sons now. Every game, it really put battle royales on the map. It started a whole new wave of everything else. And while people have to mod GTA in 2025 to still have fun in it, Fortnite itself is constantly changing and evolving to still give you 40 every night.
That's Yeah, that's so true. And they've honestly since you don't play, you probably wouldn't know, but and I'm not, I don't play a ton, but I play sometimes, and it has totally become Roblox. Like,
Mm.
they have a game mode for whatever you want. You want to do like a zero build mini royale, they got you. You want to do OG Fortnite's map, they got you. Like anything you want to play. They have like Rocket League cars plus sports cars in like this own like racing, like Hot Wheels like racing game format. They have Lego Fortnite, which is basically Minecraft. Like they have done so much to adapt to the time. Like you just said, still get you even when they can't put up 40 a night, they'll get you 13, 11, and 11. And you're gonna win 124 to 86 against the Sixers. So like
See, that to me is more like the LeBron because
yeah, no,
sometimes LeBron got
you
to go
are
score 40. Sometimes
100%.
LeBron got to assist. Sometimes he got to play the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5. You know what I
Well, it's
mean?
okay,
That's
so the big thing for me is I've like this is what inspoed this was like I've been catching like a shit ton on my algo is like it's just a bunch of GTA stuff, racing stuff, like modded stuff, whatever, IRL or not IRL, but like role play, whatever. Um, and I'm like, man, this like it's almost one of those things of like if you're not a basketball fan, you go and a basketball highlight you stumble across, you're like, damn, LeBron's still like that? Like LeBron's
yep.
still got that motion? And that's what I felt like when watching those shorts. I'm like, damn, GTA is still hype as hell. Like, I don't even play it anymore, but this shit works.
I'm totally with you. I think that they both have some really good comparisons there. Let me talk some trash about both of these games for a second.
Please.
I have not played either one of these games in a while, and I'm probably never going to play either of them again. And here's why.
I'm gonna
Matt
invite you
actually
next
just
week.
hit me. Matt actually hit me up to play GTA like last week or the week before, and I think I have GTA still for the
Shout out.
PS. I think I still have GTA for the PS4. I'm not, and I was like, can I still play that with you online, or I gotta get like the PS5? He's like, I think you gotta get PS5. I'm not buying that again. I bought that for my Xbox 360. I bought that for my Xbox One. I bought it for my PS4. I'm not buying GTA 5 again for the fourth time. That's not happening. Like, you know what I mean? Just on principle. I know I would have fun. He was like, it'll be so much fun. I'm like, I know I'll have fun. On principle, I'm not buying the same game 4 times. It's not happening. I will catch you on GTA 6. That's it. That's you know what I mean? I'm just, as a man, I'm making a stand. You're not going to keep selling me the same game for 20 years. Fuck you. That's number one. Number two, I have an even bigger gripe with Fortnite. Fortnite was the first game I ever spent money on skins. I was in college. I was working a job. I had some free time. I was running up the numbers on Fortnite.
Oh yeah, I
That
remember
used to be the game.
your Snapchat used to be lively with all those dubs. Yeah, I remember.
Hey, you know, I was out there with Shua, with Play Yourself, with Super Boss Man Chris. We were out there getting the dubs in. But at some point my account got hacked by some, I think, Russians or something like that. And it's gone. And I've tried for 2 years.
Putin's coming for your shit, dude.
You can't, because I got hacked once before, and I logged back in, and I was able to see like the recovery email, the language and shit. It was all in a language that looks to me, to my ignorant American eyes, like Russian.
Something Slavic, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So I changed all my stuff. I got my account back. Then I didn't play for a long time again because I was an adult with shit to do. Went back to, was like, oh, let me hop on the game. It's gone. I have emailed their customer. They don't have, you can't live chat them unless you have an account.
Oh,
so
right.
all you can do is, yeah, exactly. I've emailed their customer support. I've gone to their Twitter support. I've done everything. They ask you to submit information. I have sent them screenshots from my email of purchases on my Epic account for other games and for that game. Sent them multiple. This has probably happened, like, I've probably sent 10, 15 emails over the course of like 2-3 years. Every time it takes a month for them to email me back and then say, sorry, there's not enough information to give it back to them. My email is right here. The account number is right here. There's an invoice ID. What else do you need? It's different. I've sent you so many. So no, I'm not ever going to play an Epic game again. This is Rocket League. This is Fortnite. This is everything that Epic makes. I'm never playing an Epic game again until I get my account back. Otherwise, kiss my ass. I don't need you.
What if I invite you to my bachelor party and we host a Fall Guys tournament? You ain't gonna play?
I mean, if it's on your controller, I'm not making a new Epic games on my PlayStation so I can play a game.
All right.
Like, I'm not making another Epic account. I either get my account back or it's Raps. Like, that's it. There's too many other things to do with my time than to me restart all over when I have skins from the season 0 Fortnite. Yeah. Like, it's not happening. On principle, as a man, I'm dying on this hill.
That's crazy. And there's probably a way for them to track that down still, but man,
yeah, they just don't care.
Long ago. Yeah, they don't. They just expect you to go and play again, and if you don't, they have enough people playing that they don't care.
Yeah,
that's insane.
It's like my what's it called? My boycott on Papa John's. I know that Papa John's doesn't care, but I'm not giving you my money. You know what I mean? Like, I know that you don't care, but I care.
It sucks because y'all had some great cinnamon bread too, but like, it's over.
They've not gotten a dime from me in years, and neither has Epic Games.
Hey, I'll tell you what, they haven't got a whole lot out of my area either. Every single one has shut down in the last 5 years. I'm not
damn.
Yeah, we standing on business in Detroit, dude. We don't play.
Rest in piss, Papa John's and Epic Games.
New segment incoming.
Rest in piss.
Rest in piss.
it's an even harder version of all the disrespect. There's all the
Yeah.
disrespect, and there's I wish you were dead.
Yeah.
Let's hit the
Uh,
chat real quick. Play yourself. I watch a streamer that owns a GTA server. Is literally. Oh wait, he said that already. Or I said that already. These people pay 200,000 to own a server. It should be compared to off the field treatment. Oh, they're out there planting trees with Kawhi Leonard.
hey, LeBron's getting that one glass of wine in a night. You know, that's TLC.
He said not mods. Mods are illegal. These servers are not. MJ is H1Z1. LeBron
Okay.
is PUBG. I don't know what H1Z1 is.
LeBron ain't PUBG because it didn't last long enough.
No, PUBG,
But,
PUBG was cool.
but I
PUBG
agree
was
with him
like
on H1Z1. H1Z1 had a generational. It was like the first. It was actually like what kind of gave PUBG and Fortnite their moments. So H1Z1, especially in the pro gaming world and like the avid gamers world, H1Z1 was a big deal. So I'll
I have
give him
no
that.
idea what that is.
It was like a zombie. I think it was a zombie based BR mode or BR game.
Okay.
I never played it. Look, but
I just play this up. I said, "Oh, here we go." He already knew what time it was about my rant. He said, "I've changed Rocket League accounts 4 times." See, I'm not doing that. I'm standing on business. At some point, as a man, you gotta put your nuts on the table and say, "This is where I'm at." Like, this is where I'm at, and you're gonna have to meet me over here because I'm not leaving. Nuts too heavy. That's the anchor.
please don't do that in any of our negotiations down the road.
Nope. At some point, we're gonna be in where I'm at. Colin Cowherd's gonna be like, "This is how much we can offer you." I learned from Dan Campbell. Sometimes you gotta put your nuts on the table. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. That's the trick.
Bring in the wheelbarrow. Carry my testicles.
Shuba said that's a small hill to die on. Hey, fuck you, Shuba. Just play games with me and JM. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
You definitely see. Everybody wants you to run some fucking no builds with them, dude. You need to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't have to buy any skins. You don't have to buy any skins. Just make an account. It's free, and then don't buy a damn thing. Don't give them any of your money other than your time.
Listen to you, to them. When Jesus was in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, he was tempted too. But like my Savior, I will not go. I will not go.
I do feel I've been reformed on my Clash of Clans addiction for 4 years, and I got like 4 different friends right now trying to get me to re-download it. And Tony the other day was like hitting an attack in front of me, and it was seriously like it was like a fiend having a friend use in front of him. I was like, dude, you better get that away from me. I'm gonna download this. No, I'm standing strong. I fucking hate that game.
Clash of Clans was it for a while. Clash of Clans to me is it's Tom Brady looking the Green Goblin mask calling him after he saw Philip Rivers unretire, like, "Hey, you can probably go out there and throw it still." Yeah, that's me. Clash of Clans, like, yeah, I could probably run up some numbers on an attack still.
Fuck this Fox contract. I got this.
Yeah, okay. I think that's all of the relevant stuff there. You've got something we're doing, shaking things up just a little bit.
Yeah,
Kyle's got something for us that we have not done on the podcast before, but we may try out, we may not. You know, we just like to keep things interesting.
So, we don't got a name for it yet. I'm gonna read y'all a post from a subreddit post, and I mean, we ain't got a name for it. We didn't talk about it. We talked about everything.
Name. No, look, fuck it. That's the name right there. New segment. I'm gonna read y'all a post.
I'm gonna read y'all a post.
I'm gonna read y'all a post. It can be anything.
I love it. That's funny. All right. So this is posted on a subreddit called Our Confessions. He said, "I haven't shared this with anyone in over 20 years. When I was young, I don't remember exactly how old, maybe 13 to 15, I was visiting my uncle in New York City. My uncle had a small apartment and had access to a bathroom I had to go through his bedroom to get to. One of the days I was there, he introduced me to his new girlfriend, and she ends up spending the night there. I had to take a huge number 2 shortly after they went to sleep. They had shut the door to the bedroom, and I was very insecure about waking them up or even interrupting something intimate. In a panic, I did my business in an empty grocery bag. Afterwards, I wasn't sure what to do with the evidence. I considered throwing it out the window, but my paranoia got the best of me. What if someone saw and was able to identify the apartment it came from through the window and I got in trouble? Accurate worry, honestly. You're 13 years old, like I would want to huck it too, but so the only thing I could think of was to put the bag of doo-doo in my backpack and carry it out the apartment with me the next day when I went to dispose of it in a public restroom. The problem was, it obviously reeked like shit. My uncle and his girlfriend never mentioned the smell, even though it had to be so pungent, especially when we rode the elevator downstairs together. Jesus fucking Christ. I had hoped they may just assume it had been the smells of the city or something, but in retrospect, I have to think that they knew it was coming from me in some sort of way. Eventually, I made it to the restroom and ditched the bag, but my backpack still stunk. I have lived in shame and embarrassment every time I see my uncle and his girlfriend that he's still with. I have never shared this with anyone, and it bothers me so much to this day.
Okay.
20 years later, he's still with old girl too. Like, that's the worst part.
Okay. Let's dissect this story the same way you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. All right. From the top.
Yeah.
This started off as an extremely, extremely relatable story. He was how old, you said?
13 to 15. He doesn't
Okay.
remember exactly. It's 20 years later, so he's in his mid-30s now.
Look, I understand. I've been in situations like that. I, over the summer, went and visited one of my friends from high school, Adam, who lives in Petoskey. In his apartment, they have one bathroom. It's in their bedroom. I was sleeping on the couch in the living room. I also woke up in the middle of the night. I had to take a piss. I'm like, oh my God, like I don't want to have to walk in there at night. I don't know what's going on inside there. I've met his girlfriend briefly once before. I've never been to their house before this. I don't know if they're in there sleeping naked. Like, you know what I mean? Last thing that I think white people want to see is a black man standing over you while you're naked in your sleep. Like, that doesn't sound good at all. You know what I mean?
Actually, you'd be surprised, but
yeah, so that's a super relatable. I had to I held it the first night, and then immediately the next day I said, hey, look, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Like, am I supposed to knock? Am I supposed to just come in? Like, I don't know if I want to wake you guys up at 3 a.m. Like, you know what I mean?
right,
He was like, yeah, just creep on in, use the bathroom, do your thing. Like, we're good. Okay, cool. But I'm also 28. Like, I've got the life, you know what I mean? For me, like, I don't know. If I absolutely had to piss that bad, I couldn't have held it. I would have had to go on in. You know what I mean? Like, as an adult with an adult brain, I'd rather explain to you why I'm in your room at 3 a.m. than explain why you got a fucking puddle on your carpet. Like, why the kitchen sink smells like piss. Why there's a bottle of piss in your trash can. Like, you know what I mean? I'd rather explain to you why I'm in your room at 3 a.m. That's step number one. As a kid, I understand why he was like, you know what? I gotta go somewhere else. The bag, feel like maybe there was a better option for that. Maybe. But then it comes to the disposing of the bag. And then it's like, this is where everything just goes south, dog. Like, you have a bag full of shit. I need to know what they're living. I require more context. Because where did you live at? New York City?
Yeah.
I know you have a trash chute in that building.
True. I mean, you're 13 though. You're 13. How are you gonna? You
don't know where the trash goes?
But you're visiting. He's visiting his uncle. He doesn't live there. Like, he's lost as hell.
I will die on the hill. There was a better place to put a bag full of shit than your
Than
backpack.
your own backpack. I know.
If it came down to
Horrible decision.
the window would have been the answer. But you're telling me
Absolutely.
that there was no trash chute in the
Whoops.
hallway. There was no trash bucket outside. I know New York. Actually, fuck it. No one want to know about New York. You know why New York has so many rats and why they're so
Exactly.
big? They don't have trash cans outside.
People
Throw
are
that shit
blocking
out
their
the
shit.
window, dog. That's just
know.
another day in the fucking New York City.
But that you're 13 and you don't know any better. You're probably like, I wish I would know where this kid was from. If he's from the Midwest, you got a trash can or a toilet 10 feet away from every bedroom. But like, like you don't have that same luxury when you're in New York City. You don't, you get one bedroom apartment with, like, he was probably sleeping in a closet. Who the hell knows?
Kyle.
I mean, I am trying to defend the kid. I guess
Kyle.
Hey,
Kyle.
All right.
I have done a lot of stupid shit my entire life, and I still do stupid shit. Even at the age of 13, I wasn't putting bags full of shit in my trash or in my fucking. I wasn't putting a bag full of shit in my backpack.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
never did that.
The answer is throw it out the window. The answer is throw it out the window. You're right.
Hey, in the chat, if you're in here, tell us. You're in New York City at 13. Where are you putting the bag of shit? Anywhere else, leave it, bro. If it was me, I'm just thinking about it here because I know that he had some time to think this through the whole night.
Oh, like, yeah. I mean, he had to get to the point where he was crowning before he even got to the plastic bag, right?
Let's say it comes down to having the shit in the bag. You hide that bag in the apartment somewhere. The next day, you take it into the bathroom and you dump it in the toilet. Like, what do you mean?
Why are we why do we have to dispose in a public restroom? Why are we getting to that point?
Bro, that's what yeah.
Sorry.
I don't get that one.
My bad. You were on it.
No. I'm just cannot fathom how that was the idea.
Oh man, yeah. These kids nowadays, even though he's 35.
Huh? Shuba, I also once again require more context.
What did he say?
We had college girls who threw shit out their window. The answer outside. What do you mean? Who is we? First of all, who had college girls? When you say shit, they threw literal poop or they threw like shit as in like trash and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Chuba, we need you to give us the explanation in the chat right now. We cannot move on to the next topic until you clear up why college girls are throwing shit out their window like a monkey.
Oh, we are going to sit here and wait for that.
We need the rest of this information, Chuba. Please and thank you immediately.
Oh, my God. What?
Okay, Kyle, where are you putting the shit at?
Okay. So I had a similar, but not the same fuck up one time. I was probably about 12 at, I think it was either a Cub Scout or like a church camp. And we were sleeping in like a cabin. It was like late fall. And, I went out, not nearly as bad, but I went out and like there was a curfew and there were like rangers walking around making sure you weren't out past curfew, but I had to pee and the only bathroom was an outhouse where you had to walk like 100 yards. And my dad, like, he's such a freaking hard sleeper. I couldn't wake my dad up who was chaperoning. And so I'm like, fuck it. And so I just took the door and I like squeaked it open just enough to stick my pecker out there. And I just peed on the steps, like all over the steps. Well, it got really cold that night. So the next morning, 2 kids slipped and ate shit on the ice and just like fell from the steps. I'm not pissed. So I relate to not having the right answer in the moment. Like I guarantee you if a ranger saw me and I was just walking in the bathroom, he would have been fine. But 11-year-old me was like, I ain't risking it without like my dad's approval. So like I'm just gonna like. And then 2 kids got hurt because of it.
You've heard of Frozone, meet Piss Zone.
What is my piss and soup?
Yo, that is insane.
So yeah, I can relate to this kid on some level. I really can.
How is that the answer once again?
I know. I know. You aren't thinking clearly,
What
man.
was You
Your
were
bladder
you were
gotta
in a
go.
building? You were in a building for
It was
this?
like a cabin. It was like a cabin, and there was like concrete steps leading out the cabin, and I peed on the concrete steps, and they froze.
That's a lot more understandable than what the other kid did.
Yeah, that's why it's
This
not
is
as
just
bad. It's not as bad, but it was just a scared 11-year-old, but it still had some repercussions for just not going to the bathroom. The
um
answer is don't poop in the bag. Just go to the fucking bathroom. If you walk in on your uncle having sex, then I mean, I guess that happens, you know?
then you would traumatize yourself forever and probably be so startled you shit yourself. The night just goes from worse to worse, from bad to
Yeah, I guess
worse.
that's true.
Worse to worser is not a fucking. That's not real English.
Worse to worser.
Worse to worser. I think that's like from a Vine or something like that.
Probably.
It went from worse to worser. I can see the lady saying it in my head. But if you haven't seen it, you just think that I'm an ignorant gutter rat. So I wanted to clear that up. Shuba, that's not the context we need. He said that was at the Heights dorms. We had no clue, including you. Yeah, I don't have any clue on what the fuck you're talking about. Type out the whole thing.
I'm guessing.
Okay. Here are the questions we want answered, Shuba. We want to know what we're talking about regular human feces, or we're talking about they were just throwing shit out the windows. That's the first question. Question number 2 is if no one had any clue, how do you know this now? Question number 3 is any other thing that you might find relevant. Please include that as well. Please send that to us immediately. He also said outside was a separate thought. I'd poop outdoors like a dog. Not in the big city, you're not. You guys going to jail. You know how often I've thought about that? Like on my long drives to work, to and from work, especially in rush hour coming home on 94 into Chicago, down 30 mile an hour traffic camera, Chicago, where there's no public restrooms anywhere. I've completely have been sitting there before like, is it better for me to shit myself in my car, in my pants, or do I risk shitting in an alley and catching a charge? These are the questions that you have. These are the bro.
That's city living right there, baby.
Yeah, man. I just the other day was in a scary situation. I was not planning on telling the story, but I was going to leave work, realized that I forgot my water bottle, had to call my coworker to open the door for me so I could get back in through the back. So I grabbed that, got back to my car, realized I had to use the bathroom.
Oh no.
At this point, I've been back inside twice already. Feels like it'd be embarrassing to go back in again to use the bathroom. So I said, I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it during a rush hour. I've got an hour and a half drive because it's rush hour. And I already have to go and I'm leaving work. So I'm on the phone with Lexi. She's like, I don't know, dog. Knowing you, it's not going to work out very well. I was like, no, I'm going to see if I can do it. Hung up with her. 4 minutes later, I'm looking for an exit. Now I have to wait to get off the highway because the exits are backed up. I'm waiting all the way off the exit. I'm driving up the road. I don't know where I am. I found the first exit. I typed in McDonald's into my GPS because real shitters know that McDonald's have public bathrooms everywhere. Yeah. So I'm going. I'm seeing gas stations. I'm like, no, I cannot afford to stop because if I make one bad stop and I can't use the bathroom there, it's going to be over. I'm looking up and down because I'm having to go worse and worse now. I'm like, is there anywhere that looks like it's going to let me use the bathroom? Now, all of the businesses that I see are businesses with Arabic names. Now, this is not a stereotype thing in an offensive way. This is, I'm sure you know, Kyle, from being around Detroit, you're not using the public bathroom at one of these places. It's not happening. I found that out as a kid with my dad in Detroit, where they were like, no, sir, take that little black kid the fuck up out of here. Yeah. So I'm looking around and I'm like, oh, I'm cooked. I'm absolutely cooked. I can see the McDonald's appearing before me. I'm trying so hard to make it through these lights that are at every block, traffic lights. I finally get up to make the left turn of the McDonald's. It is an exit only on the street that I made the left turn on into the McDonald's. So I can't go in that way. The other option is a gas station right here. So I say, okay, I don't want to go through the exit only. And there's cars coming in and out of here. I'm going to have to stop at the gas station. I pull into the gas station. I run inside, and there's an Arabic dude behind the counter. And I said, do you have a public bathroom? He said, no. And I said, I figured as much, and I left. I didn't actually say that to him. I just said thank you and ran outside. I'm running to my car. I get in my car and I send it straight through the exit only into the McDonald's to run inside there, and I just barely made it.
Whew. Damn, dog.
Yep.
Like
It was
sliding into home plate, throws coming
bro,
in from center field. Like,
I opened the door to the bathroom and I was in such a hurry. I slammed the door shut. I slammed it on my finger. When I slammed it on my finger, I thought I broke it and cut it off. It hurt so much and it felt hot like blood. Thankfully, there wasn't any. But as soon as that happened, my stomach said, "Oh!" And I was trying to pull my pants down. I couldn't even address my finger until I was already on the toilet.
I pinched my fingy.
So, late entry family, you just got to hear a nice embarrassing story from me. It stays between us because we're family.
I mean, mine wasn't exactly in glowing light either. I stuck my pecker out a freaking door in a cabin and pissed all over steps and injured my friends. So, and I never told anybody about that either. So I doubt either one of them. I don't talk to those guys anymore. But if they somehow listen to this one day and they're like, "Man, I remember scraping my elbow in 6th grade. Fuck you, Kyle."
You had victims. I just had shame.
Yeah. My victims will bring me shame, though. But hey, while you read that, all of this talk has made me had to piss like a racehorse. Give me 20 seconds.
That is insane. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can.
It's insane.
I'm gonna see if I can
hold it.
I'm gonna see if I can filibuster long enough to read Shuba's update when he comes back.
Oh shit.
Let's start with Play Itself said Kyle would know that. Yes, because if you've spent a lot of time around Detroit, you know that a lot of the places are owned by a certain group of people, and that certain group of people will not let you use the bathroom there. This is not a knock on those people at all. This is not racism. I have no issue with these people at all. All I'm telling you is the fact that you are not using the bathroom at one of these places. These gas stations, some of these fast food places, you can't do it. You got to find somewhere else, which is why, once again, I'm saying that McDonald's is the safe haven for people who got to go. And like I said, if you spend a lot of time in the Detroit area, you will definitely know this. But yeah, if you've got any embarrassing bathroom stories, feel free to send a submission into here. If you get lucky, maybe we'll read your story on the next Wednesday episode of Late Entry. We're just gonna have submissions from the toilet.
Well, I actually have the perfect story of what you're talking about specifically, and I mean, I don't know. This guy was definitely racially charged.
Okay.
I went into a gas station. It was just a marathon, but it was fully owned by exactly what you're talking about here, and the ethnic group that you're talking about here. And there was a black man that walked in front of me, about our age, and he came in and he's like, "Hey, can I use your bathroom?" And he's like, "You got to buy something first." So he like walked up and he like grabbed a single Black and Mild, and he's like, "No, $5 minimum." And the guy's like, "Bro, I have $3 cash on me. Like, I'll give you my $3 for this one Black and Mild." He's like, $5 minimum. And so I was just like, I was already getting up there to like buy a vape or something like that. And so I was like, I stepped up and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna buy him like two 5-packs of the Black and Milds, and I'm gonna buy my vape." And then I was like, and he's with me, he can use the bathroom. And the dude was like super appreciative. And the guy at the counter was like so frustrated, but he was also like, all right, like he dealt with it and like handed it to me. And I was like, I'm not trying to like paint myself as a hero here, but it was
no, you
totally
were here.
like,
you were a hero that day.
It was one of those moments of like, dude, just fucking be a human being. Let the guy use your bathroom. Like he's trying to like give you a couple bucks here, like, yeah. And it was a cool moment, but also a shitty moment. But yeah, it was a moment where you're either do you step in and do the right thing for another human, or do you just like stand by and watch, right? So
no, that was huge of you. That was a really good thing to do. That guy gave up too easily. I'd have been like, "Look, man, you let me use the bathroom. We all gonna have a bad day here because you're gonna have to clean this up."
No.
Right, exactly. If I don't pull my pants down, then it's not like I committed a crime. I just ran out of time because you wouldn't let me use the bathroom.
Yep.
So we can all have a bad day if you want.
Yep.
But I mean, and I don't want to detour this too far over here. But if you're not aware of this, anyone in the chat listening, like I said, Kyle, you seem like you probably have some sort of an idea of this. This is a big issue that is talked about in Black communities, of the situation that like people will move into these areas and they'll own the gas stations, the convenience stores, the bodegas, the beauty and nail and hair places and stuff like that. Everything in our community is not owned by us, but then there's no return of common decency for the patrons in the community of even letting me have to use the bathroom before I shit myself on your floor. Once again, I'm not making a statement about a group of people.
Emergencies are emergencies. I'm literally asking to use it because I have to. Like, I don't want to shit here, but like, if you don't let me use it, like, I'm going behind your dumpster or something. Like, and you're gonna have to clean that up later.
And like I said, I found this out. I first got hip to this as a kid in young middle school, being out in that area, having to use the bathroom, and my dad stopping me at multiple locations where people see a little kid that has to go to the bathroom and say no.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make something out that's not here. I'm talking about real life experiences shared by multiple people in a group of in an ethnic group. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's no racism towards Muslims or Indians over on this side. I'm just trying to tell y'all about how it is.
Yep. That is exactly it. Yep. It's just what we deal with out here in Metro Detroit.
So Shuba gave us a comment back. He said, yes, they shit in their dorm and threw it out their window. They never found out whose dorm it came from because the dorms were multiple stories tall. How do you not remember this? I feel like if people were shitting and they were looking for the fucking Western Heights fucking shit scandal, I don't know. This seems like something I will remember, but
I don't know. There's plenty of shit you don't remember, dude.
the floors, or there was like 3 groups on each floor though, and they were gendered. So if it came from one side of them, it had to be girls though. So that's crazy as hell. We had girls out here literally shitting out the window. That's insane. I need to put my reporter's hat back on.
Dude. That's what girls from KZoo do.
I'm again on my Pablo Torre investigative journalist. I'm gonna go back to Western. I'm gonna find out some more about this story.
we're gonna have measuring tape out, like the trajectory of if the poop came from that window, it would have landed approximately 14 feet out.
Double dose shit inspector. Looks like
Play Yourself pipes that blows bubbles.
Looks like Play Yourself sent something and then deleted it, and now it just says on Monday. So don't know what that means. Let's get into all the disrespecting questions of the week. We're already over an hour here, so
good God.
Hopefully you enjoyed our embarrassing bathroom stories.
Yeah, that was fun.
Keep it pushing.
Yeah, we'll see if I'm gonna read y'all a post carries on or not.
Bro, you know what's crazy is so many podcasts I've listened to have like talked about like using the bathroom, and I've always been like, man, this bullshit out of here. Like, who's out here really just talking about this in podcasts? I'm never gonna do that. Somehow it comes for all of us. Yep. It's like the podcaster life is you have to eventually talk about that on the podcast. Yep. It's like Thanos. You can run from it, you can hide from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
Next thing you know, we're gonna be talking about airport food and casinos and shit. We're gonna hit all the basics.
You want to do all due disrespect first or second?
You can lead us off with the all due disrespect here.
Okay. So my all due disrespect, and let me pull up my information from this. I need some screenshots so I can give you some accuracy with these. My all due disrespect is Donald Trump. And I know that this man has been my all due disrespect multiple times, but he keeps giving me content to come out here and talk about. And I gotta hand it to the man. Some of the stuff with him is it's impressive how well he has mastered lying to us as the American people. It does not matter what happens in the country. He will come out here and hit you with just a lie, and it's all parroted, and to the point where everyone just hears the lie repeatedly. You know what I mean? Everything can be fucked up in the country, and he's gonna come out here and say on this. He did the presidential address tonight. He'll come out here and say, America is the greatest. We are doing great things. The economy has never been better. No one's ever seen an economy like ours. We are America. The world is envious of us. And then the fact checker is going to come out here after the thing ends and say, actually, the average household is paying $208 a month, up from this time last year. That's where we're at with inflation right now. So that's step one, but that's not really what I want to talk to you guys about tonight. That was just due to, like I said, he did the presidential debate or the presidential address. What I really want to talk to you guys about is what he said about Rob Reiner and his wife, and what he said or what he did with these plaques in the White House. So the first thing we're going to get into is the Rob Reiner one. First of all, Rob Reiner and his wife were murdered allegedly by their son, I think over the weekend or just a few days ago. Very sad situation. Rob Reiner was goated. He was in a lot of movies. He produced a lot of movies. Excuse me. Every scene that he's in The Wolf of Wall Street, masterpiece. But I'm gonna read you some clips from his Donald Trump's Truth Social post about Rob Reiner and his wife. Very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace. Now, as a real nigga, I respect. Hey, I don't fucking like this guy, and fuck him while he's gone. I did something very similar a few months on this podcast. However, I'm not the president of the United States. Feel like at that point, maybe the most classy thing to do, the most respectful thing to do with someone in office, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. Or you could have just said, thoughts and prayers to the family. I don't understand why you would come out here and just launch an attack like that as the president. If he did it as not the president, as just Donald Trump celebrity, I got no issue with it. A little classless, but whatever. But as the president, I think that we deserve better from the person in charge of our country. Now, on to the next petty thing. We're walking through the Trump petty night tonight. This man changed, let me get this. Now, all of this information I'm giving you comes from ABC News. This is where I've got this. It is generally trending right now, though. You can find it if you just search up White House plaques. So these plaques are in the White House. Trump penned himself. Add to what me reread that. He's basically called this the Presidential Walk of Fame. It's a portrait gallery along the West Wing. It describes the former commanders-in-chief, and it's got pictures of all these presidents, right? And so let me read you some snippets of what some of them say. We've got, first of all, we put up, all of them have pictures of all the presidents. Joe Biden's is a picture of Joe Biden's auto pen, which is hilarious, but also, we're talking about inside the White House, officially inside the White House, bro. And you put that up there. And underneath it, here are some snippets of this. This is how he starts off. This is when you tour the White House and you walk in here to see the Presidential Hall of Fame. This is basically like Hollywood, the Hollywood stars. You walk through this is what you see. Sleepy Joe Biden was by far the worst president in American history. Taking office as a result of the most corrupt election ever seen in the United States, Biden oversaw a series of unprecedented disasters that brought our nation to the brink of destruction. There's a bunch of other stuff inside here that I don't need to get into. But I do want to give you just a few other snippets of it. Nicknamed both Sleepy and Crooked Joe Biden, was dominated by his radical left handlers. They and their allies in the fake news media attempted to cover up his severe mental decline and his unprecedented use of the auto pen. This is what you see in the actual White House when you walk in. This was written, the press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, however you pronounce her name, she said that he wrote many of these himself. This man got on here and turned the fucking Walk of Fame into the burn book from Mean Girls. Here's some other ones.
What the fuck?
You've got Obama. Barack Hussein Obama was the first black president, a community organizer, one-term senator from Illinois, and one of the most divisive political figures in American history. He went over a long list of things that he considers to be his failures, talking about the healthcare, Iran nuclear deal, Paris Climate Accords, both of which were later terminated by President Donald J. Trump. You got yourself included in the stuff about another president. Under Obama, ISIS Caliphate spread across the Middle East. Libya collapsed into chaos, and Russia invaded and took Crimea and Ukraine. He crippled small businesses, and it just goes on to the list of other things. This is supposed to be where you go to learn about the other presidents on the Hall of Fame. I've got
wow.
In Bill Clinton's, to end off Bill Clinton's little excerpt, in 2016, President Clinton's wife Hillary lost the presidency to President Donald J. Trump. What are we doing here, dog? What are we doing here? You've got all of these presidents out here, and it's like, let me just get my shit off about all these guys and post it for the world to see. Somebody said that they turned that whole hallway into the Truth Social Hall of Fame. Like, it's just, let me write out my crazy thoughts and put them on the wall, and this is what you see when you come to visit the White House. You're touring this. This is what you get to look at. Hey, let me see the history of these guys, and it's just, this guy did something terrible, and Trump saved the day and fixed it. Like, I think it's ridiculous. Like I said, the best thing that I can compare it to is the burn book from Mean Girls, which shows you, to me, the level of maturity that we're dealing with. That the most comparable thing I can think of is allegedly what a high school girl did as a bully in fucking in a movie. We're gonna have all the presidents. Movie. All the presidents are going to get together. Raise your hands if you've been personally victimized by Donald Trump.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
But that is that. Go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, 10 months ago, we were talking, or maybe 9 months ago, we were talking about how we shouldn't forget about history and how, you know, there were people trying to write, you know, delete Jackie Robinson's military experience from the records and things like that, right? So our argument there is don't delete history, and not that we're trying to do that right now, but Trump's argument to what you just said would be like, we can't delete history. This is important history for the country. We can't forget about it. And so, I mean, just eat your own words, Trump, bro. Like, you know, I mean, yeah, this is some history that should be deleted, but unfortunately, we never can. It doesn't deserve a plaque. It doesn't deserve a plaque. I know that's not what you were saying, is that we should forget about it, but like, yeah, it definitely doesn't deserve like a plaque or a Nobel Prize or to be praised. Like, the entire political climate over the last 12 years has been the most horrible political climate this country's ever seen, I think. So I mean, just in our candidates and in the divisiveness between them and them pinning each other against, like, pinning parties against each other. So for him to be like, this is the greatest time, like, it's like, how is anybody going to believe that, bro? You know, no one believes you.
I think it's wild too that, like, not to cape for Obama just because he's black, but Obama won back-to-back elections and was winning them fast. Like, we didn't have to stay up all night to see it. Like, they were, hey, all right, this motherfucker's winning all these states easily. For Trump, who I think is objectively, whether you agree with him or not, I think he is objectively the most divisive candidate I've ever heard of before. To say that was Obama, I think, is wild. You know what I mean? Whether you liked Obama or didn't like Obama, the numbers show that this man was one of the more popular presidents in our lifetime. I think a lot of Republicans respected him. Obviously, Democrats did too. I'm not out here caping for Joe Biden or anything, like saying that he was popular or anything by that means. But I think that Obama specifically was a very mutually popular candidate, although there were people that didn't like him.
For sure. No, I agree with you.
It
wasn't divisive.
Yeah. And like I said, I think that obviously money was spent on this. The time, if he's handwriting all of these to then be typed up onto these plaques, this is what we're using while we are facing inflation, while we're facing all of these other issues, our money and resources are being spent on making these plaques to be hung in the White House Hollywood Hall of Fame. So, like I said, I just think that we should be, as an American people, demanding more from our government, and that's about all I've got on that.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're right.
you're all the
Always.
disrespect.
Yeah. Hold up one sec.
Oh, sorry.
Nope. I just had to let one rip. Um, so, kind of similarly to you, I know I've talked about this a couple times here, but all due disrespect to the officiating this year in the league, and I know where everybody thinks I'm going to go. I know where everybody thinks this is this. I should be wearing my Lions jersey for this, just to further foreshadow, but I ain't going to do that. I'm not. I'm not just being a homer here. I can talk about the horrible touchdown call from Colby Parkinson against the Lions last week. I could talk about how two different games this year the Lions have faced teams that haven't had a penalty for the first 55 minutes of scrimmage, um, and that would be the Chiefs and of course the Rams this last week. Um, and I could definitely call out the rest about the horrible Thanksgiving game calling, but I'm not going to go down that road tonight. I'm going to tell you all about some teams that I have no bias towards and have had some horrible calls come their way that have changed the games. The Texans kicker in Week 13 versus the Colts a few weeks ago kicked an extra point that, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions, was definitely wide of the upright, but yet it got called good, gave the Texans the lead, and then the Colts had to go down the field and try to score a touchdown to win the game because they could no longer just kick a field goal to go to OT. So they had to go for it on fourth. They couldn't get it done. They lose the game 20-16, and the Texans win. That's one game that the refs have a hand in that I don't think they should. The next one I had was there we go. The Packers, where they clearly lined up offsides a few times versus the Steelers in their matchup, yet no calls were made. Another big one is the Isaiah Likely catch that many people have debated all year, followed by similar plays have been shit, I keep losing my spot trying to look up at the camera. Um, Followed by similar plays being called catches in other games where control through the catch has been very questionable. So, like, I've seen plenty of catches that have looked a lot like what Isaiah Likely did, and they're called a catch. And then there's Isaiah Likely in that Ravens game where that completely alters the game and they end up losing. So, really, I know that we always bitch about the zebras, and we've done it plenty back and forth on this channel, but I mean, I can't help but think that this is solely to help Vegas and the casinos like win right now, based on what's happening. Even Puka Nakua, while he's, he is who he is, but he said on a kick stream he guessed it on, they, meaning the referees, want to be on TV too. You don't think they're texting a friend after Sunday Night Football? Like, yeah, you see that PI call today? I did that shit and it wasn't a PI. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Like, I know he's being dramatic and I know he's probably going to get fined for saying that, but he's not wrong. Like, this is where we're at. Like, this is like they are ruining the best game in America right now. And I hate it. So all due disrespect to the zebras.
Yeah. That's one of the most valid call outs that I've seen. I just searched in my text messages to see refs. It's so many texts about the refs in just 2025. Most recent one I found, I don't remember what the situation was. I remember talking about how the refs, when the Broncos played the Commanders, were screwing the Commanders repeatedly. That was the Marcus Mariota legacy game. That
Yes.
was where he was doing everything he could to keep that team in the game, and the refs continued to try to screw them. There's been a lot of situations with that. The refs this season has been some of the worst refereeing I've ever seen before. Now, like you said, there's a million examples against against us as the Lions fans, but it's been so many other teams. I'm watching the game and like, what are the refs seeing? They're calling some of the worst stuff I've ever seen before. I know that the Bills fans were the Patriots fans were upset about the refing when the Bills Patriots game. It's like it's just consistent bad refing, and I don't understand why it's this hard to do. We've got technology, we need to use it more. We need to stop. I've said this before. Talked about this when it came to like the ball placement with the GPS chip. Talked about like becoming like the NBA. All I know is that at the end of the day, there should not be a situation where I know it's wrong, you know it's wrong, the chat knows it's wrong, Troy Aikman on TV knows it's wrong, and he's sitting there with Jim Nance, and they're sitting there like, "Hey, this is the
Or
wrong
Drew
call."
Lock, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Either or, yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, you're good.
I appreciate you. And everyone knows that it's wrong, except for apparently the one person who's got the power to say, "Hey, this is the wrong call." Everyone else can see it, but not you. Take the 2 seconds, go over here, look at the little camera, and take a look. Or New York, you get better at chiming in with the information. But for us to continue to sit here and have so many things decided by terrible calls,
Yes,
it's
dude.
frustrating.
That is exactly you said it right. Like I hadn't even thought about how many times like you that was the perfect way to say it. We know it, our chat knows it, all the fans know it. Fucking Troy Aikman is saying it and the ref calls something different. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels very calculated and like the worst part is I think and they might not be wrong, but I think they think we're just gonna let it happen and keep watching, which we might do. Like,
I'd say we have done.
I mean, yeah, our podcast kind of like halfway relies on. I mean, we can pivot to something other than the NFL if it for whatever reason took a shit. We can still have our podcast, but like, I mean, that's something that we're both really passionate about. I don't want to see our league, take a huge dip and really ruin itself and become the WWE.
Um, you're right.
I mean,
Um, Shuba said, true, the NFL refs need to be investigated. I just don't know if it's ever been this bad. And I feel like the NFL needs to get involved with that. Like I said, either New York needs to come in and make more calls, or we need to start holding these refs accountable, or make some kind of a reviewable process. The fact that you can't challenge non-calls, maybe needs to change too. Like
yeah.
I don't know what the situation is. That's for people that are way deeper in this than me to decide. But there needs to be something. I feel like we can't go through it like this and just allow it to continue to happen. And what's
I feel
even
like you should be
crazier,
able I feel like you should be able to challenge official reviews now too. Like that game with Colby Parkinson, like the Lions should have been able to throw another flag and be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let Dan give you another like reason why you need to take a look at this, even if you want to call it a catch. Like, I mean, but it maybe even past that, it was too far gone to be reversed. But like, I don't know, some shit needs to change. So
um, yeah, I'm with you. The last thing I want to say is just the fact that I don't think that it makes sense that they can't challenge within 2 minutes, because the 2 minutes is usually when something that's going to change the game happens. Probably should be able to, hey, take a second look at that one.
mhm.
The other thing is just the fact that um, it's gone. Never mind. Keep it pushing.
Yep.
I
No,
completely lost
challenging
what I was
inside
going to
2
say.
minutes is a big deal, though. That is something being able to challenge for all 60 minutes should be a thing, 100%.
Yep. Questions?
Questions of the week. All right,
Let's get it.
here
Hey,
we
chat,
go.
we need you to chime in with your answers to these questions of the week. Let us know.
All right. Um, quick question. Are we releasing? Are you free on? I know, like we never talk our schedule on air, but are you free like Wednesday morning to record an episode? Because I have a Christmas question, but I don't want to ask it if we're gonna. I have plenty of backups. So like if we're gonna do something,
Yeah, I was gonna
a
say.
week from today, then I'll hold it off.
I was gonna say. I know we haven't talked about it. I would think that we could probably, because we've got back-to-back holiday weeks of Wednesdays,
Right.
where we've got Christmas Eve and then we've got New
New
Year's Eve.
Year's Eve.
Um, I say that I don't think that we're probably gonna have people tuning in to watch lives, but I think that we could record episodes and still drop them on Wednesday.
That's what I was
So we
thinking.
can figure the
Okay.
schedule out. But hold the Christmas question.
Perfect. All right. Question number one. You receive $100 million tax free, but you must choose between saving your reputation or saving someone else's. And you can't pick who. It could be random. It could be someone you know. But you can't save both. Who do you pick? So your reputation amongst all your family, your friends, our podcast,
Yeah.
it gets ruined for $100 million, or you ruin somebody random's reputation. Like, but it's
Like,
your
just
doing. Like, you have to live with that for the rest of your life, that you ruin somebody's life basically for
can I
$100
pick
million.
whose reputation I ruin, or it's
Nope.
just like Russian roulette? Somebody gets hit with it.
Yep.
Someone in my life or a random person in the world?
Anybody. Yep.
Oh my god.
That's tough. Like,
I mean,
you
I
don't
could
even
wind
get
up.
to know the repercussions of it, really, necessarily.
Yeah. Oh man. For how much money?
100 million. That's why I put a ton of money on it, because that's a tough decision.
Hey, I think the only thing that I can say in this situation, to keep it a buck with you, if you see this video and then you see me show up here next week with the Canada Goose coat on and your life is ruined, hit me up and I'll pay your lawyer fees. We'll get this straightened. We'll get this straightened out.
Promise we can figure it out.
We'll get it figured out.
Turns out he's wanted for a triple homicide, and you're like,
Oh
shit,
my
can't help you,
god.
bud.
Shuba said, "Do other people know I ruined the reputation?"
No one knows. Nope. But you
Nope.
got to live with it. You got to live with the guilt. That's it. And Shuba's like, hell yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, that's a
I
tough
know
one.
that's so hard. It's so hard.
Are you taking it?
I don't want to say yes. If that, like, me sitting here right now in front of you, I'm gonna tell you no.
It
But
feels like a deal with the
$100 million is
devil.
a lot of money. Yeah, it does. Right.
But
Yeah.
think about how much. Think about how.
To me,
Yeah.
I mean, I know money doesn't buy you the happiness, though. Like, I already, like, it would probably crumble my marriage. It would crumble, like, my livelihood, just knowing that because you did it. Like, it's not like someone's life might have got ruined. Like, you definitely ruined someone's life by doing that and changed the alteration of their. Like, I don't know that I could live with that for any amount of money.
It's tough. It brings you back to the whole It brings you back to the whole question of like, as a society, like, are you willing to put yourself and your people in front of everybody else, or are you willing to do like, you know what I mean? Because think about how much good I could do with $100 million. Like, I could bless up my whole family. I could bless up poor people in Chicago. I could start a foundation. I could send niggas to college.
Right.
But it's all from dirty money.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is a tough answer. Shuba doesn't care. He said, "Yep, sorry, bud." Oh, that's tough.
He's like, I'll pull up to your funeral in my Lambo.
I feel like I would try to justify it if it happened. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I take $50 million and I do only good things with this, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or even take $5 million and try to track down, like, try to find a way to track down who it would have been, you know?
There's no way to know. People's lives get ruined every day.
$7 billion. I know. That's so.
But we usually talk bad about people that, you know what I mean? Like, rich people, we talk about that all the time. You know, they'll eat the rich. It's like, you know, you're getting rich at our expense. We're literally got like, man, that's tough.
One singular person. I mean, but yeah, I guess you're right. Like, the best thing you could do if you did do that, if you did take the deal with the devil, is let me just go and donate and help out as many more people as I can from here on out. But at the same time, that's playing God in a weird way too, right? Like, I'm gonna give up this one person so that I can save 100 others. Like, that's weird.
No, it's literally like a trolley cart situation. Like, it's like the whole. You hit one of the best like philosophical questions that you would debate in a philosophy class. Like, the whole thing of like the trolley cart situation. The trolley cart's going, it's going to hit 100 people. You can save them by making it divert to hit one person, but you actually killed the one person instead of not putting your hands on it at all and hitting the 100 people. Which one's better to do? Do you actively kill the one person to save everyone else, or do you not put your hands prints in it at all? You hit us with a great classic mindfuck, Kyle.
Think about that when even creating it. Holy shit! my philosophy professor is somewhere like with a tear in his eye. Like, I don't even know why I'm crying right now.
We talked before about like what would happen if we got super rich, and that was something I talked about, was like wanting to be very philanthropic, and I'd have the money to do that, but it's coming at someone's expense. That's a tough one, dog. It's a very good question.
That's why we're trying to do it without that. So everybody like and subscribe. Comment.
This man's always working. That's genius. Yeah, we got to get to 100 subs, y'all. We at 99. Tell somebody. Tell everyone you know, tap into late entry. What else you got for us?
All right. Do you think you have a better shot at surviving a shipwreck in the middle of the ocean or a plane crash in a remote forest?
Plane crash. Absolutely.
You're not
Shipwreck in the
swimming?
middle of the ocean. You can't only swim for so long. Like, if anything, I'm just taking fast death over slow death. Where you're just out, just turn into a raisin in the sun with no shade until you just wither out.
Well,
the salt water is sapping. The salt water is sapping all of the water from you. You're looking at water. You're thirsty as hell, but you can't drink the water. And then one day you just start. The crows are pecking at you, and it's all bad. And you're just hoping that one day somebody's gonna come by in a ship or a plane and see you. And with my luck, I'd be on there. I'd see the plane. They wouldn't see me, and I just watch the plane as I slowly die. The plane crash. Either I'm jumping out of the plane right before it makes impact, and somehow I'm living, or I'm dead.
I mean, sometimes if you're sitting in the right spot of the plane, it lands, and then you're like just shaking up, and you're freaking Tom Hanks in Castaway. But yeah, no, I get what I do agree with you. I'm taking plane crash. Wasn't too hard for me. I wanted to see if you had a different opinion. I also wanted to make a swimming joke, but you stepped on it. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm half white, dog. My mom had me in the pool at a young age.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Mama did you right?
Yeah, I'm out here like a fish. I also have the endurance, so I'm not swimming for too long. But
that's why we're picking the forest.
Yep.
I got more for
and
you
kill something to eat. Sure, drop one more on us. Oh, hold on. What we see, Shuba.
Oh yeah.
At least you're on 30% of the Earth with people on around, rather than the 70% of isolated water. Yep.
Yeah, that's very true too. Honestly, I didn't think about half of this shit while writing that one down, but yeah, that's a way easier decision than I thought when originally thinking of that. All right. Would you rather try to survive totally alone for a year or survive with one person you absolutely can't stand for a year?
Real quick, Shuba said, also I'd rather fight a bear over a shark. Facts.
Yeah, true. I don't know though. Like, I don't know. I guess they both give up easy if you do the right things, but you
probably have a better shot of beating the shark in a fight, but
you're in unterritorial, like
you're still losing,
literally. Yeah.
Like also like okay, let's say I fight the shark off, I'm still gonna die because I just exhausted 70% of my energy,
and like, you're in the middle of the ocean. Yeah.
So would I rather
Would you rather?
Hey, that's fucked up, Shuba. That's fucked up. He said I already hang out with Spence, so.
Oh no, but you gotta live with him, Shuba. You gotta live with him in the middle of the desert or the middle of the forest.
We've lived together before.
You got to survive totally alone. Let's say you're living in like a cabin in the woods. You got to survive totally alone for a year, or with one person that you absolutely can't stand.
I'm taking the person I can't stand.
Okay.
In the cabin alone for a year, like we're gonna be forced to like this is how it could go, right? Best case scenario, we make friends, at least till we get out of the cabin.
Right.
You have an ally, you have someone to talk to, someone to not go crazy with. You know what I mean? Like you can make it through. Worst case scenario with that same person, I kill him and I'm still alone. Like
I guess
if you're alone, if you're alone by yourself for a year, like you're probably just gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
In a cabin with no communication.
That's exactly. I honestly, I kind of felt like you might have taken that again. Like I thought you were gonna take the alone, and I was about to have the exact argument you just gave me. So I apologize for misjudging you.
Hey,
yeah, no, that's exactly
the fuck out of this chat, dog. Nah. Take Shuba out of the chat. He said 1 year with Spence. I'm isolated with Spence during COVID. Those are some dark times. Get this motherfucker out of here.
Yeah, I can only imagine, bro.
We played a lot of Monopoly. It was fun. Shuba ate more edibles than I've ever seen anyone eat before. And sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that was amazing. No, yeah, you summed it up perfectly. Exactly how I'd say it. You would eventually, like, it would start off, y'all are arguing, you don't want to interact, but then you'd realize, like, all right, if we want to get through this shit, like, we got to come to peace at least for this, like, the remainder of this 365 days, and then we can go back to hating each other if we want to. But for now, we got to find a way to compromise, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for questions of the week. I hope y'all like the mind-provoking questions. Thank you, Shuba, for being so in depth and giving us your true feelings on Spencer.
Man, fuck Shuba. Anyways,
Chatter of the week.
this has been your Wednesday episode of Late Entry. Tune into us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. We're everywhere. We're global. We're worldwide.
We are.
We got 2 viral videos now. We got our nuts out. So it's
yeah.
better to hop in with us now than wait for us to get big. Then we go pretend like we don't know you. So tap in now before the Patreon comes out.
You heard it. You heard it.
Next time you'll see us will be on Monday when we drop Sunday's episode. Hopefully, we're talking about how we beat the Steelers and we're still alive for the playoffs. Either that or you're going to see 2 people coming out here crying because the season's over. So